Welcome everyone to the Learning Tube. This is Ava and back with another exciting session. You know, anytime I'm here, we always have an exciting session. Yes, we do. So remember that these sessions are recorded and you can find them in the Facebook group, in our YouTube channel, and we also sent it via email within 24 hours. So I'm just going to jump right into the meat of the matter. But before I introduce our special guest speaker, this is what I want you to do. Pull out your phone. So you have your phone out. I know some of you may have your phone watching this session now, but if you don't have your phone out, take it out. Take out your phone. And when you've done so, put a P. Phone starts with P. Let me know that you have out your phone. So quick. All right, take out your phone. All right, good. So what we're going to be doing is think of the last app you downloaded or approved for your child, your classroom, your team. What's the last app? Last app. You don't need to tell me, but just think of it, right? So once you found one, let me know. Yes. All right, good. Now, here's the question. Do you actually know what that app is doing with your data? We know that a lot of data, a lot of us have to give out our data, right? So what is that app doing with your data? So guess what? Our special guest, Christina Cooper, is here to show us in 10 seconds flat what is going on with our data. So she is the Chief AI Executive, as Chief AI Security and Transformation Officer at Quantum Flex Solutions, QFS, and creator of QFS Pulse Check. Christina has developed a way to instantly reveal the hidden risks in any AI platform. She's going to run some live assessments with us, expose real threats, and give you a framework you can use today. All right. So please help me welcome in the chat, Christina Cooper, and she's going to be presenting on the protection nobody taught you. All right, guys, welcome Christina in the chat for me, please. Welcome, Christina. Christina, do you see all those welcomes in the chat?
I do. Hey, everyone. How are you all today? Happy Thursday. Thank you all for joining us. So I just want to say, I appreciate you guys being here and, taking the first step in getting to protecting your digital life, right? So there's going to be some things that we're going to talk about that might be a little uncomfortable for you, but you will leave here with some solutions. So I hope you guys are ready. And I'm going to cut out the nerves, but I hope that you guys get interactive with me for sure. And make sure you're participating, and if we have some time at the end, feel free to ask questions as well. Okay, so I am Christina Cooper, as Ava mentioned. I have spent nearly 20 years in IT, cybersecurity, and have been expanding into AI as well. I've been in numerous different industries, from education, technology, finance, and even in the government as well. And most of the time, it's been me busy spending time protecting all of those systems, the data, sensitive data, particularly, right? And then something else that should be big for us to know is that I'm a mom. And so that's also very important in terms of what type of data gets put out there. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are able to, relate with that, right? So many of us know kids. If you don't have them, you know some. So family members or whatnot, right? And then also too, I run multiple businesses, as well as working on my PhD and my master's both at the same time. So some of the things that I worry about that kind of keep me up at night is trying to keep kids safe online, right? Especially with being a mother. And then also, with our future workforce, our next generation, right? So with that being said, I built something that I originally started to help with children being safe online. And then of course it kind of um, it went way further than that, right? So now I want to continue to try and protect everyone. So what I built, the app that I built is so easy for anyone to use. Like a 6-year-old can use it, to check out a game, and all the way up to a CEO who's trying to evaluate like their enterprise software. And so today I'm going to make sure that you guys all get free access to all of that as well. So, all right. So we're going to talk about an uncomfortable truth. And what I need for everyone to do for me is to type yes or no, right? Type yes or no if you have fully read your terms and conditions or privacy policy before you clicked agree in an app. Fully read it? Come on, you guys. Fully read it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mostly no's, right? Um, Here's what matters. If you actually read every privacy policy that you encounter, it would actually take you 76 full work days per year. Okay. And nobody's doing that. Let's be honest. 78% of people never read terms before accepting. And so we're all just kind of clicking through, right? We're agreeing and hoping for the best, right? And here's the problem with that is you have no idea what you just agreed to, right? Well, I want to show you guys something, um, and it's going to be a demo of the QFS pulse check. Okay, we'll be doing that a little later on down the line, but you'll be able to assess like popular apps like Instagram or TikTok or even ChatGPT, right? And millions of people are already using this. But it's definitely going to look at like different third parties, and how it's accessing your locations even when it's not in use, sharing data with brokers that you've never even heard of, right? And let's just be honest, those are considered medium and high risk, right? And this is happening to you like literally right now, to your kids and to your businesses. And nobody told you that. And today that ends, right? Because I just told you guys if you didn't know. So here's a few other things that we are going to learn today. Um, and so I hope that I inspire you to, kind of take more of a due diligence approach when you are utilizing applications. Um, and so, what are these apps actually doing with your data, right? How to assess any app in within 10 seconds, right? And then where's your data actually going, and what are you going to do about it starting today? Right. And so again, you're going to walk away with this tool that will help to protect yourself, your family, even students, and your business. Right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, I clicked too fast, you guys. 1 second. Here we go. All right. So before I show you guys how to protect yourself, I need you to understand why this really, really matters and why I started this, from the jump. Um, so it's not just about data, it's about life or death. Okay. Let's look at some of these numbers. Suicide is now the second leading cause of death for children ages 10 through 14. And 37% of students, they actually report being cyberbullied. 322% increase in online predator reports in just 3 years. So let's let that sink in for a minute, okay? And here's what breaks my heart, to be honest with you, okay? We grew up learning don't talk to strangers, what and what they believe is everyone online is a friend, right? Our kids don't just use technology, they actually live in it. And their friendships, it's all online, right? Their bullies, they're online. Validation, it's online. Their mental health crises, They're all playing out on apps that we may have never even heard of, right? And the brutal truth of it is, while they're there living their entire lives on screen, we're not even in the room. We're not in their DMs. We're not in their group chats. We're not seeing the AI generated deep fakes, being passed around, right? We're not even there when the algorithm pushes them for a fitness video to an eating disorder, in just like 3 clicks. So they're drowning, and most of us, we don't even know it. So if I can I get you guys to drop in a chat? Like, you don't have to be super specific, right? If you have kids or no kids or work with kids, if you run a business or manage a team, if you're an educator, or if you're just here to protect yourself, let me see what you guys got. Where are you guys at right now? Let's see. Okay. All right. So people are all of the above. Okay. Okay, great. So here's the thing. For parents, for businesses, business owners, for educators, individuals, this actually affects all of us because it's not just a kid problem. Okay. Now, I want to show you something that actually applies to everyone in this room, and it's the ownership trap. Everything created online, it doesn't belong to them. You basically grant perpetual licenses to use, modify, adapt, reproduce, and derive works of, right? These are, those terms and conditions that we're talking about, right? That video that your kid made on TikTok can be used forever. The photo that you posted, Instagram owns it. That AI art you created, yeah, the platform can sell it if they want to. You don't own your digital life, the platforms do. And so it's not just kids. Look at these threats by age groups, right? So between the ages of 18 and 21, there's 70% that cannot identify AI generated voices. Or ages 21 to 52, there's a $2.9 billion loss in business email compromise, which was also a 900% increase in deepfake incidents, right, in that particular age group. And for ages 60 plus, there's $3.4 billion loss and this is the highest of any age group, right? It's about $5,000 on average loss per victim. So if you thought you were too smart for this, the data says otherwise. Nobody is immune to this, okay? And so what did you agree to when you clicked I agree? Well, your contacts, everyone you know, your photos, which is everything in your camera roll, right? Your microphone, your camera, your browsing history, even your purchase history. And here's the kicker. It's shared with third parties. And in translation, that means it's sold to data brokers, advertisers, and companies that you've never even heard of. Terms can change anytime without any notice. Even if you read today, it can totally be different tomorrow, And to be honest, like, put in the chat for me, right? How many apps do you guys have on your phone right now that have access to your camera or your microphone? Do you guys know? Oh, they all have access. That sounds about right, right? We almost can't use some of these apps without providing them access, right? All right, so let me show you something else that affects everyone as well. And these are universal threats. 90% of kids apps share data with third parties. And that's for families, right? So for businesses, 41% of companies have shadow ITs. And these are basically apps or tools that the IT department doesn't know that you guys are using, right? For schools, 59% of ed tech tools share student data. And whether you're protecting your child, your client list, or students, the threat is still the same. And now now AI has unfortunately kind of made things a little worse for us, right? And again, this is not to scare anyone. It's to make sure that you're knowledgeable about it so that you know how to really um, put protections in place for yourself to move forward, right? So a voice clone can be created and with just 3 seconds of audio. Okay, think about that. A scammer calls your parent pretending to be you, using your actual voice, saying I'm in trouble, to send money. I'm quite sure a lot of people kind of worry about that, especially with like our elders, right? The deep fakes, they only 51% can be detected, right? Meaning half of the time we can't even tell if the video is real or fake. And to be honest, that's just even the same with me. I'm like, man, that looks really good. So even with AI phishing, 1,265% increase in AI generated phishing attacks, right? And here's the scariest part about it: 500 plus companies have your data right now, and you didn't give it to them directly, but the apps that you use did. Okay, they sold it, and most people don't even know that. And so, okay, we covered the threats, right? And now I want to give you guys a solution. So, although I spent, these 20, almost 20 years protecting these systems, national security data, billions of dollars in sensitive information, here's what I learned: protection is not complicated; it's systematic. And so, I built a framework that everyone can use. From a 6-year-old checking out a new game to a CEO evaluating enterprise software. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through what I call the trust framework. Okay. The T stands for tracing the data. Where is your information going? R is rate the risk and how dangerous this is. U is for using controls. Can I turn some of these things off, right? And S is always to stay human. Never let AI make the final call. Okay. T is test and teach. You want to make sure you check regularly and share what you learn. And this is so simple that a 10-year-old can use this, right? But powerful enough for enterprise to use as well. So I'm going to show you how this works. So for T and tracing the data, the first question to ask about any app is always, where is my data going? Your data, it basically goes through 5 different stages. Collect it, which is what the app grabs from you, and then transmit it. Where it's sent to, as stored, is the next one, which is where it lives. Shared, who else gets access, right? And used, what are they doing with it? And most people think, I gave Instagram a photo, Instagram has the photo. Done. Wrong. The photo was collected, as in it was uploaded, transmitted, which is to Instagram servers and facial recognition systems, stored permanently, even if you delete it, right? It's also shared with advertisers, data brokers, AI training models, and used to target ads, to train AI and build your profile. Okay. So, how do we trace this, right? Here's how you trace the data in real life. So one, you definitely want to use the QFS Pulse Check app, and it'll show you, and I'll show you how to get it later, right? Two, you want to check the platform's disclosures, so like their privacy policy, but use like a search function. Look for keywords like share or third party or partners, right? Step 3, you want to ask yourself if the app is free, or, and if it's free, how are they actually making money off of it, right? And if the answer is through ads, then you are the product, okay? So again, later I'm going to show you guys this in action. And I'm going to assess like one of the different apps that are on there, maybe one of the kids apps or a business tool. And so we're going to watch the trace section, which will run the assessment and point out the data flow. Okay. And then this app collects locations, contacts, browsing histories, transmits um, to different third parties. It shares with ad networks and analytic companies, okay, data brokers as well. So in a kids app, that's what trace reveals. And once we get to R, this is rating the risk, right? So once you know where the data goes, you need to know how dangerous it is as well, right? So the pulse check will give you 4 risk levels. So those levels are low, medium, high, and critical. Okay. And low only collects what's needed to function. No sharing with third parties, clear opt out options, right? An example would be like a calculator app that doesn't access anything except for basic math functions, right? Medium risk. So this one, it would collect some behavioral data, shares with partners, usually advertisers. You can opt out, but it's kind of buried in the settings, okay? So an example of that would be most social media apps. If you configure your privacy settings correctly, okay? High risk. Extensive data collection. So it shares with multiple third parties. The algorithm is driven, okay, meaning that it learns from you and pushes content based on what keeps you hooked, okay? Hard to control. So this is high risk. Example might be like using TikTok or maybe most gaming apps or free VPNs, right? And then we get to critical risk, right? So it access to kids without proper protections, right? Known predatory activity, content that causes harm, and no moderation or safeguards. Examples of that would be like apps with unmoderated chats, features for kids. There's platforms known for explicit content with no age verification. Okay. Real world applications would be like for parents, the game that your kid wants, if it's high risk and it accesses the camera, contacts, locations, that's a conversation that you might want to have, right? So for business owners, that free project management tool, if it is sharing client data with third parties, then that's considered a liability. And then you have for educators, that classroom app that if it could be a medium risk or higher if students can't opt out. And then that is a FERPA concern, right? So that's a compliance for children. Um, Google Classroom. See, I have to check again. We might have that on there, and if not, that's on the list to get added to the pulse check tool. Thank you for your question. Um, and then the risk level tells you what actions that you actually need to take, right? So based on that, on the level, you'll know then what to do. Once we get to we want to use the controls, right? So once you know the risk, this is what you're going to do about it. So you're going to turn off. So level 1, right? First, level 1 is turn off permissions that you don't need. You're going to go into your settings. And you don't have to do it right now, but make sure you go check it out later. Examples of that is if you've been on some of Alicia Little's talks where she's talking about going into your privacy settings, right? Security settings, making sure you're making the proper adjustments to make sure that the tool that you're using does not have access to things that it should not. Can we download the tool? Oh, can we download it now? Hold on, Anna Marie. I got you. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to do that in a moment. So let me go through the rest of this, right? So location, you always want to make sure that you have your locations turned off unless you actively need to use your GPS. Okay. Your microphones should also be turned off, except for when you're actually using it. Cameras should be limited only to apps that actually need it, and contacts should be denied unless absolutely necessary. So type doing it in the chat if you're actually going to go ahead and reset some of your settings, right? Let me see. You guys going to do it? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, progress. We're getting somewhere. Okay. I'm glad to see that you guys are actually going to do this, and that's really what I want to see, right? So when we get to level 2, um, this week I want you guys to like start having some of these important conversations, right? So whether it's with your kids or with your team, right? With your kids or children that you know, right? Here's why this app wants your location, right? With your team, you want to say, here's why we're turning off certain features, right? And even with yourself, do I really need this app to work this way? Like, do we really need all these apps? Probably not. But once we get to level 3, it's creating policies, right? So maintaining an approved app list, right? And so you can even do that with your children. Same way they do with businesses when you're in the workplace and they have a certain set of tools that you are allowed to use at work. We want to make sure that we maintain that app list, require data processing agreements for business tools, and we want to set up access controls. Okay. And then the nuclear option. Okay. The nuclear option. And sometimes the answer is very simple. It's very simple, which is just don't download it or delete it. Okay. So I know that that's hard. I know your kid will say, but everyone else has it, right? Everyone else has it. Your job isn't to be popular. Your job is to be protective. Okay. And then so we're going to go through S&T, hopefully pretty quickly, right? So S, we want to always make sure that we stay human, okay? Here's something critical that people forget to do, which is, excuse me, what we forget as people. We tend to forget that AI knows data, but not humans, okay? Okay, what we have to make sure that we are providing the context, the ethics, the consequences. We make the final call. Okay. We never let AI make the final call. That's where that human piece comes into play. Okay. What does that really mean practically? It means if an AI tool says this is safe, you want to always make sure that you verify it. Okay. If an algorithm recommends something for your kid, you decide if that's appropriate. Okay. If a system flags something as secure, you always want to still check if check the actual controls. Okay. AI is a tool and you are the decision maker. So when we get to T, you want to test and teach, okay? Protection isn't one and done, it's ongoing. And here's the rhythm. You want to do monthly app audits. You want to run those, right? You want to check what new apps were downloaded, review the permissions, and hey, run the QFS pulse check on anything new that you're trying out, okay? Quarterly, you want to do a digital wellness check. You want to make sure that you are reviewing what you're spending healthily amounts on, that you're spending healthy amounts of time online. And then you also want to review the tools to make sure that if they're still of use, like are they still serving you or should you just remove it altogether, uninstall. And annually, you want to teach reset. You want to delete apps that you don't use. You want to update those privacy settings, and you want to refresh your team or your family on like different agreements around digital safety. And most importantly, you want to teach those warning signs. So to your kids, right? You definitely want to check and see, like, if someone asks you to keep a secret, you need to tell me, right? Um, to your team, if you get a weird email from a client, verify it another way. Okay. For yourself, if something feels off, pause before clicking. Okay. Let's type in the chat. Type in the chat teaching if you are committed to having at least one conversation about this week. You guys gonna have a okay, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right. All right, all right. Awesome. So here's the part you guys might be waiting on, right? And you guys want to see this app. You guys want to see it, right? Tell me, type in the chat, I want to see the app. I want to see it. Type in app. Type in app. Okay. So we've covered the framework, right? We've also reviewed the threats that, are posed against us. And now I really want to show you guys how this actually works in real life. And so to avoid any potential technical difficulties, I actually just did a demo in our presentation instead of doing it live, right? Because that's what you guys are going to do afterwards, okay? And so I'm going to run through a scenario using our trust framework, and then you guys will be able to use it. So what I think I want to do is, does anyone have a stopwatch? Can somebody, try and, hold the time if to see how fast we can get through the app to give you like a rating. Can somebody do that for me? Okay. So when we go and click run assessment, that's when I want you guys to hit the stopwatch. Okay. Can somebody do that? We got a yes. All right. So let me go over to the next slide. And of course, I'm going to kind of walk you guys through this, but when we get ready to hit run assessment, that's where I want you guys to hit the stopwatch. So this is the app, and this is where you're going to put your platform in, or the app, right? And it also gives you some information on the users, the age groups as well, excuse me. All right. So we use TikTok. All right, click it. Wait 1 second. So now we have it, right? And then when we hit run pulse check, oh wow, I think that was faster. I think it was faster than 10 seconds. What you guys think? You guys didn't even get to push the button, huh? Okay. So that's how fast you'll be able to get an assessment on different apps. Okay. And so through here, like, you're going to get like some top vulnerabilities. Let's see. So yeah, you're going to look at some top security vulnerabilities that you need to be aware of. Again, you're going to go through the trust framework up at the top. And then it's also going to give you some recommended security solutions as well. Okay. I haven't provided the link yet, so I'm going to give that to you guys very soon. So step one, yeah, I can run that back. So basically, when you get to the app, right, it gives you instructions at the top. It will tell you how to actually use the app. But what you want to do is, in order to get that rating, is you want to select the app or the platform, the tool that's being used. And then the next one, you want to select the age group. Okay. Oh, by the way, you're also able to download the results of your assessment. Again, the instructions are there. And then again, you select the platform right here, start your security assessment. It'll explain what this particular platform is. It's a social media one for TikTok. And then you want to select your age group. And then you hit run pulse check assessment. Okay. And then it gives you some common things to look out for with those particular age groups as well. Okay. Obviously TikTok, right, at that age group, right, you're not supposed to be on before 13. So we also look at things like that too. Okay. Do we have any questions on here before before I let's see you ooh yeah, I understand that. Is that Catrice? So I know that, like, so for example, like something that I tend to do is I don't log into everything that comes with my phone. If I'm able to, I will uninstall, because you know how some of our phones, they come with all these games and everything. I just delete them, right? They come with your Samsung or whomever, right? Um, I don't always start up accounts with them, so then they don't have access to it. So whatever you don't really truly need, it's best to just not use it, you know. Let me get over to the best part, right? Because this is the part that you guys really want, which is to download the app, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the QR code and you're going to provide us with your name, your contact information, and then once you do that, you'll have access to the app. Okay. Feel free to try it out right now. One other thing, okay, because what, you know, my mission as well, right, is to make sure that we are AI literate. You guys will, for everyone that goes and fills out that contact information, I will be making sure that you guys all get access to a 4-hour self-paced AI foundation certification course. Okay, so you will be way more equipped you know, than you are now. And let me let you know some pieces that are included in that training. You will be learning about the introduction to AI and its impact. Okay, you're going to learn about prompt engineering, where you're going to be interacting with AI. You are also going to be um, learning about AI in the business and industry applications, AI ethics and bias, and then the future of AI and career opportunities. Okay. Um, we want to make sure that we are not left behind. Okay. That's a big, big thing. I know a lot of folks um, are very worried about jobs taking excuse me, AI taking our jobs or whatnot. AI is not going to be doing that, right? They're just coming for our tasks, right? They want to help us be more efficient. So where can you give reviews, ratings, or testimonies? Ah, right. I love it. I love it. So what you can do is here's my contact information. All right, it's Christina at qflextech.com. So definitely, I would love to hear from you guys. And then also too, if you when you do the app and you have your results, um, and you have questions about it, I'm open to having conversations. So feel free to shoot me an email. Um, just bear with me though on the course. What I'm going to do is once I've collected everybody's contact information, I'm going to send that information out to you guys for you to be able to log in and take your free course. Um, you know, thank you guys, right? Thank you so much for being here. And, you know, hopefully this is very valuable to you guys. Let me know in the chat, was this valuable? You guys going to be able to use this? And feel free, right? Give someone the QR code and you know share it with your family, your friends, you know, educators, business owners, right? Share it with everybody. Okay, like my goal is to make sure that people know how to better protect themselves. So I'm open to some questions. Hopefully I can answer them. And if I cannot right now, I'll take it back and, you know, get back to you. Is that okay? Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Feel free to raise your hand and we can uh, let you get on the mic.
All right, so Anna Marie has a question, so let me unmute her.
Hi, Christine. This is definitely valuable. I actually have in my family a personal example of a person who was negatively impacted, young person, by online interactions. Now, the question is this, what is the most effective way to share a QR code?
So what I can also do is,
If I want to share that with my
no,
family
I
members,
can,
email,
yeah,
text,
I
what should
can
I do?
actually, yeah, if you give me a moment, um, I can share the link, the direct link to it.
Okay,
I'll do
thank
that.
you. Thank you
Yeah,
very
no
much.
problem. Oh, by the way, and I must say this, right? So you guys are on the app, and you'll see like a lot of disclaimers on the bottom of it, right? Those are things that I want to make sure that I'm putting in your face, right? So that you can be reminded when you go in and download apps. The only thing that we are using within this app is what the app type is, right? So what app is it and what's the age group? I didn't ask for specific ages, you know. Um, that's going to be, you don't have to put a, I don't believe you have to put a phone number in. Um, is it Corrine? Is it doing, like, is it not allowing you to go all the way in? If you do not select a phone number, it's required. Just try nines. See if you can do that. Some people like different methods of contact, right? So some people like phone calls, some people like emails. Give me a second. Let me grab the link. Is there anyone else that have any questions? Any more questions? Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I do appreciate you guys for, oh, Bruce has a question. All right. Ava, are you able to unmute Bruce for
Yes.
us? And while I look for the link.
Bruce, are you able to unmute? I've been sending the,
Can you hear me
yeah,
now?
there you go. Yes.
My question was, you said that you would want our information about the course. Where would we put that at?
Oh no, you just, so when you fill out your full name and email address, that type of information, I'm going to send that information out to you guys. Because I'm going to
Okay.
do it all as a batch versus doing individually.
So we put that in the chat.
No, everybody that's here that goes and puts their contact information for the app, you all will have access to this free course.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so let me grab the chat so I
Have
can
Bobby
put
with a
this
question.
here.
Hi, thank you so much, Ava. I think this is a great solution. Do you have a short overview video that we can include with the QR code when we send it out to people so they can get a quick insight into what it is and the benefit it has?
Bobby, I can totally put that together. Great idea. Thank you.
I think that'd be real helpful. This is wonderful. And I think you can also share it with leaders at companies, maybe through the HR departments, and get people to really buy into this. This is amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So there's a question there, Christina. Somebody wants to know, are VPNs as useful as they say?
What- whose question is that? Are you able to
Vida.
come off of mute? I mean, come off mute for
All right,
me.
Vida, do you want to elaborate on that? Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I sent the unmute.
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
So I guess what is the purpose of you having your VPN? Like, are you traveling and all of that kind of stuff, or are you just talking about I'm at home? you know?
So it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Going through the airports, you don't really want to use their public networks. So I know through my phone service, they have a VPN if you want to join a network or something like that in the hotel or while you're out and about. But sometimes I find that the VPN blocks access to certain sites and certain things that I might want to do. And I'm just wondering, are they really useful? Do they make a difference? Or is there a way to circumvent them for these companies or platforms or whatever doing the data mining?
Ooh. One, I always advise, like, you know, for VPNs, one, you want to make sure that you're protecting your data, especially when you're in airports, right? So I just had a conversation even the other day with someone about like these smart outlets, for example, or where you put in your USB ports, right? They're now starting to take data from your computers or from your phones by having that stuff plugged in, right? So now yes, smart outlet transfer data. Yes, thank you. I always advise for VPNs or hotspots, if you're able to use your own. Never, you know, the different Wi-Fis that are free, right? Or public with a password. Sometimes I don't even use those, especially if there's multiple people using those. I may have to look into that a little more, because I'm curious why, if you are supposed to be going on to certain websites, that it's blocking you there. I may need to check on that for you. Can you do me a favor? Who was that asked that question?
Vita.
Okay.
Yeah,
And did you?
I mean, I use my own power pack when I travel, because I travel domestically as well as internationally. And some of the hotels, you know, I really don't want to be on a public Wi-Fi, especially if I'm working and I have any type of sensitive documents. But
Yeah.
there are so many out here. And I'll say over the last 5 to 10 years, I've become a little bit more hesitant because I've had my identity stolen 3 different times with taxes filed, credit cards, all of that. And it just blew up everything. And it was really frustrating.
Yeah. Vita, let's chat about it. Did you fill out the form?
I did.
Okay, so I'll look for you. It's VEDA?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then we can connect. Let me do, I want to do some research for you, if that's okay,
That's
and see
fine.
what we
I
can find
appreciate
out.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
appreciate it. I think it would help everybody.
Yeah. And so, here's another thing which I did not put in here. I have a newsletter on LinkedIn where I'm providing information around cybersecurity and AI information as well. Would it be helpful if you guys had access to that as well?
I
Okay.
think it would. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me see.
Thanks again, Christina.
Yeah, absolutely. And feel free, you guys have my information. You know, reach out anytime. And feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn too. Anyone else who we have? Bruce, are you able to get off of mute? We talk to Bruce? Let me see. I don't know that I have access to do that. Oh, okay. Donna, we have Donna Smith. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's ask to unmute.
Donna, are you able to unmute? Okay, there she is.
Hi, Christina. Thank you for this.
Hey.
It's been very, very helpful. So I'm also, an IT person for a lot of major non-for-profits, but this is also a good tool to utilize. But my question that I have is one of the things that I'm seeing that has come up a lot on Facebook are these programs that kind of like will check to see where your data is so that you can then go in and erase it from them. And so have you encountered like, which programs are good to do that? Because as you stated, there's data
Mhm.
that is everywhere. Based on the first time that we signed up and put our name or our email on any documentation, our data is out there. But I think there's two. I think it's the private hawk and it's the cloaked ink documents. I mean, programs that are out there to kind of erase your data. Do you have any
Will
suggestions with
erase
her on
data.
that? Yeah,
Um,
to erase your like your phone number that's on all these sites that have been, like all these third
oh
party hawks that have
yeah.
been like, sold and brought and moved and purchased
Yeah.
without your
So that is,
knowledge.
yeah. So for me, I am not purchasing anything like that. I've actually done it on my own, and I've manually done it. You, I don't remember exactly my whole process with it because I was just doing it over years. And you know how, like, if someone's looking your name up and training. Oh, that's a good idea, Tara. Deleting your phone numbers or your addresses. I think I did that one too. I think I did that as well. I need to go back and check. But now you guys are giving me an idea. I can totally go back and do something like that. Um, let's see. So I've done it manually. And I think I actually did it through, I may have done it through Google. I may have done it through Google. So you can actually do it yourself instead of purchasing um, for someone to do it for you. Now the only other thing is, like, I get alerts when they find out that my number or my address pops up somewhere else, and then you can go and select for them to remove it. And it's really, really simple. Like, once you do it and now you get the alerts, you can just start removing it yourself. And that's the only reason why I advise not to pay someone to do it or for one of those services. Sorry, there's a question in here. I don't want to miss any questions. So if I'm missing questions, you guys, feel free to come off mute as well. Donna, did I answer your question? Sorta.
No. Yes, yes, I'm sorry. I was off and on mute, but yes, this is really,
Okay,
really
okay.
great. Yeah, so I will definitely look into Google. Again, I'm also very leery about following what people are saying unless I do full
Yes,
research on that. And so, but
yes,
the fact that Google is able to do that, and there's also some tricks that Google has been putting out with you can still secure your data because, as you know, even though you log into Google, you still have to go back on the back end to turn certain
yes,
things off.
yes,
And I don't think a lot of
yes.
people are doing that even in Google. They just trust it that they've been using it, but they should definitely go through that as well.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Oh, I owe you guys the newsletter link, right? And hang on. Do you guys all have my contact info, right? Before I unshare my screen. You guys good for right now? Before I do that? Yes. Haha, training series. Hey, I'm here for it, Tara. If you guys want me to come back, you just gotta let Ava know, Um adding more apps. So that is the plan. What's missing? What's missing? What are you looking for? Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate it. Someone asked if I'll be adding more. Is it Janine, maybe? So Leslie put in my LinkedIn link as well as the newsletter as well, you guys. So check in the chat. Thank you, Leslie. Janine, are you able to come off mute?
What's the name?
Maybe Janine. But
Spell
she
it.
doesn't have her hand
J-
up. She has a question about the app.
G or J?
G
Oh,
I
Janine.
N.
Okay.
Yes.
J. Janine. All right.
And then
Janine, there
Teresa,
you
I
are.
see you on there. Put your
Okay,
hand up so you can ask your question as well, Teresa.
thank you. You know, I downloaded the app and I did a test with GPT and everything came well. I sent it, but now I'm on my phone and I cannot find the app.
Let me pull my phone out. Let me make sure. I think we might be okay. So
Is
the
it
homepage.
Sky
So
2.0 by any chance?
what is this?
Is it Sky 2.0?
I'm
No.
not
Okay,
sure.
so it's yeah, I don't recall this app.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in my website, qflextech.com, and when you go on there, okay, when you go on there, you'll see a button on the front that says QFS Pulse Check, and that's where you'll click on the for the app. Yes,
Okay, so okay. I have to go back and do it. Okay, I will do that because I'm not that fast. So my second question was maybe this is something for the future. Do you know how one can protect your phone? You know, like my phone number, I think the whole world has it now. I cannot even pick up my phone. Um, I have to recognize the name, the number, and that's when I pick it up.
so you're dealing with all the bots and the spam
Yeah,
calls. Got it. I think we all are. I don't know that and maybe one of our other tech friends here on the call might have a solution for that. So feel free to hop in. To be honest with you, if I don't recognize the name, I don't pick it up on my personal phone. So that's just,
exactly.
yeah,
That's
that's
what I
just
did.
kind of that's kind of where I'm at with it. Let me see if there's any other questions.
Thank you. This is
Yeah, no
great. Thank
problem.
you.
I have like three
Tuesday?
more people. Three more people. So I have
Okay.
Janine now.
Oh, okay.
There's another one. Different
Okay.
spelling and pronunciation. Are you able to unmute, Janine?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so some of the AI apps, there's a ton of them. Some of them I use. So that's one of the things I was one of the to see if Pulse Check was going to add any of the AI apps. I know you have Chat GPT, I think listed on there, but there are a ton others
Mm-hmm.
that are popular.
Yeah. So you want me to, so they're on the list. Well, not on this current list. They are on my
Okay,
list to add.
I got you.
But for the purpose of right now, like that's the short list. I don't know that I'm going to add everything on there because every day there's a new AI tool popping up,
I
right?
mean, like the most popular ones. I didn't
Popular
see
ones. Yep.
Perplexity
Yep.
on there. I didn't see Claude on there or
Yep.
Midjourney, some of those more
Yep,
popular ones.
I have plans to put those on there because again, originally it had started off as a kids app, and I had everything on there for all the games and everything, and I was like, well, you guys are not even going to know what this stuff is besides Call of Duty, you know, or what is it, Roblox, you know, so I have to update it. So definitely bear with me as you'll see more of those apps pop up in there.
Okay. To the person who has, if you have an iPhone, the iPhone has a setting that will, um, you can direct the calls. If they're not in your contacts, you won't even get the calls.
Mm. Yeah, you know what? I know that's also a feature depending on your phone carrier as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have like what is it, spam
Yes.
block or something.
And the new
I
OS
forgot
thing.
about that. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah, you
So
could just
that one,
set that on, and I don't even know when I get the calls. They just
yeah.
go.
Yeah. So it's probably an extra fee, depending on your service
I
provider.
don't pay extra for it from
Oh, good for
I'm with
you.
yeah, I'm with Verizon. It's not extra. This is a setting that's in iPhone, period.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. So yeah, definitely check out with your phone carrier because they may have that option for you guys. Um,
Yeah, it's called screen unknown callers within the settings on your iPhone. If you have iPhone.
all right. Let's see.
Are you able to take 2 more questions and that's it?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
All
here.
right. All right, so Tuesday, your turn. Are you able to unmute Tuesday? No? Let's go to the next person and come back to you.
Good afternoon.
So this
Hi.
is Zub. I'm not gonna try to pronounce your name.
This is
I'm gonna mutilate it.
Zuberi, like
Zuberi.
strawberry.
Okay.
Yeah, how
Okay,
are you?
Zuberi.
So 2 comments, and I've been using this for a while. Fundraising researcher for over 20 plus years. For the phone number, the address, the IRS knows me by a business address that I use, and I use a company called Alliance Virtual. I pay about $70 for that, so all my mail goes there. And when I did that, when I go online and search for myself, the addresses come up are about 15 to 20 years old. For your phone number, there's another company I use called Ring Central. There are other companies. I pay for a phone number for that. So all my calls go there, and then I can redirect them to other phone numbers. So if you want to still keep your main number, but you want to be secure, you can create a new number and just share that new number with family members and friends, and also create different lines so you could use that for business purposes too. So one of the things we do every time we sign up for things, specifically for the post office, U.S. Postmaster General, we are opting in to share our information in the public sphere. So those are 2 comments. And it's going to
Awesome.
cost. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
free, but I feel like it's worth it.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for your perspective. I'm sure
No
somebody
problem.
can totally use that, right? I don't have I'm not the end all be all, you know. So you guys have things that are working for you for sure. Definitely you know, put it out here for folks. Are there any other questions? Or are we good, Ava?
Tuesday, I'm not sure if Tuesday still wants to say something.
Oh, I think she said she's on her phone and can't raise her hand, but are
No,
you
that
able
was
to?
Teresa. And
Oh,
she
that's
said you
Teresa.
answered the question about the apps. So
Oh, okay,
Tuesday, I'm
perfect.
muted now. Tuesday?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm outside. I was at lunch, but I couldn't unmute. Nevertheless, what I was saying was that I'm on my phone on lunch, and I don't have any memory, so I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to get everything, the copy out of there. I wanted to know, will we be able to have the links? Is that going to come back in the notes or anything? Where could we find it? But I know you're going to have a replay, so I'll be able to get the QR code and stuff from there.
She's
I
gonna
think I
share
was
the
able to.
links with us and we include them with the replay. Yes.
Okay, awesome sauce. That's all I needed to know. Thank you so much. Great
Okay.
job.
No
Thank you.
problem. Any closing words, Christina?
Let's see. One, again, thank you all for coming to hang out with us today. My tagline is build brilliantly, protect fiercely, and lead unapologetically. So thank you all for joining me. Have a good one. You guys have my contact info. Get connected. I will make sure you guys all get access to the free course as well. So definitely make sure you sign up, okay? And you have my email address. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Well,
Bye,
thank you
everyone.
so much, Christina. As we see, everybody wants you back. They're saying we want her back. They're saying, Ava, I want her back. You set me up, Christina, because I'm not in control of if you come back or not. But reach out to Deidrean and see what other dates are available, and she'll let you know. But of course, we love when our guests come back, and share their knowledge. And this is something that everybody has an issue with. Security, like what's happening? What's secure? What can I go on? How is my data being used? What is getting access to this, access to that? So this is a universal problem. So that's why everybody's very happy to get that tool, even though obviously, guys, Christina can't list the whole world on her tool. But as she said, she would list the popular ones. This was just to test and test the waters and show us, how fabulous the tool is. So you see the value in it. So thank you, Christina, for coming on and sharing your knowledge. Thank you, everybody, for participating as well. You make the session what it is too, along with our presenter. The replay will be available in 24 hours via email, via the Facebook group, on the YouTube channel. And the links that Christina shared here will be included with the replay as well. So check it out then. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Bye, guys. See you on the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.